Today, I'm going to take the topic mutation and classification of mutation. Mutation. Mutations are the sudden, stable, and discontinuous heritable changes in the genetic makeup of organisms other than those changes produced by Mendelian segregation and recombination. Mutation means they are sudden, stable, and discontinuous heritable changes in the genetic makeup of organisms. Mutations involve three sets of events. They are changes in the genetic material, process which produce a genotypic changes, phenotypic alteration produced by genotypic changes. First one is there will be changes in the genetic material. Second one is the process which produces the genotypic changes. Third, the phenotypic alteration produced by genotypic changes. These are the three events took place in mutation. Next one is classification of mutations. Mutations are variously classified based on different aspects such as their origin, the type of the cells in which they occur, the nature of their effect, their direction, intensity of their expression, and so on. On the basis of these, mutations are classified. Some of them are mutations are the following. First one is spontaneous and induced mutation. Spontaneous mutation. Spontaneous mutations are the natural mutations occurring in the low frequency without any definable cause. Spontaneous mutation means they are the natural mutation. There is occurring in low frequency without any definable cause. There are two possible sources of their origin. These are errors in DNA replication, genetic transcription and translation, abnormal alterations in the structure and number of chromosomes. First one is there will be errors in the DNA replication, genetic transcription and translation. Other one is in the chromosome there will be abnormal alteration in the structure and the number of chromosomes. Next one is induced mutation. Induced mutation is otherwise known as artificial mutation. These are the mutation artificially produced by the application of physical and chemical agents. The production of mutation by artificial means is called mutagenesis. Mutagenesis means the production of mutation by artificial means. The chemical and the physical agent which can induce mutation are called mutagens or mutagenic agent. So what is known as mutagen means mutagenesis is the chemical and the physical agent which can induce mutation. Most mutagens are carcinogenic agents. They are carcinogenic means cancer causing agents. Next one is dominant and recessive mutation. Based on the relation of the mutant allele with the wild form, four kind of mutation can be recognized. Based on mutant allele with the wild form, four kind of mutation can be recognized. They are dominant, recessive, codominant, partially or incomplete dominant mutation. In relation to wild type allele, mutant alleles so dominant mutation are dominant and those who receive mutation are recessive and those who codominant mutation neither recessive nor dominant and the incomplete dominant mutation are only partial dominant. Here, the dominant mutations are dominant, recessive mutation are recessive, codominant mutations neither recessive nor dominant and those of incomplete mutation are only partially dominant. These are dominant and recessive mutation. Next one is somatic and germinal mutation. Somatic mutation. These are the mutations occurring in somatic cells. They affect only in the mutant cell and their derivative. They only affect on the mutant cell and their derivative. Somatic mutations are not transmitted to next generation through sexual reproduction but perish with the death of the organism. The main point of somatic mutations are they are not transmitted to next generation through sexual reproduction. So they are known as non-heritable mutation and they do not get established in the population. So they are non-heritable mutation. And in the case of some plant, they can pass on to the progeny through vegetative propagation. So in such cases, they are formed by producing different varieties of plants, like example are seedless grape, navel oranges, etc. These are in the case of plants. Next, germinal mutation. Germinal mutations are the mutations occurring in the cell of germline. These are the mutations which occur in the cells of germline. They are heritable and hence transmissible from one generation to next. So, in the case of germinal mutation, they are transmissible from one generation to next. The example are short-length ankle sheep formed by the recessive mutation of the normal type is an example of germinal mutation. So, in the case of major difference between the somatic mutation and the germinal mutations are Somatic mutations are not transmittable from one generation to another, while in the case of germline mutation, they are transmittable from one generation to next. This is another example of germline mutation and somatic mutation. Here, first we can see the parental gametes. These parental gametes will form the embryo. Here in the case of germline, the parental gametes will form to embryo, then to the organism. Here, the entire organism carries the mutation. So, then this organism lead to gametes of offspring. These gametes of offspring, here half of the gametes carry mutation. In the case of somatic mutation, the parent gametes move to embryo. Here, somatic mutation is formed, then the organism next embryo lead to organism. Here, the patch of affected area formed on the organism. Then this organism form gametes of offspring. But here, none of the gametes carry mutation. But in the case of germline mutation, half of the gametes carry mutation, while in somatic mutations, none of the gametes carry mutation. These are the difference. Next one is gametic and zygotic mutation. Gametic mutations occur during gametic formation. These are the gamete. They occur in the gametic formation. They may cause the development of mutant traits in all gametes. They cause the development of mutant traits in all gametes. Next is zygote mutation. Zygote mutation occur during the first division or subsequent division of zygote. This occurs in the first division of zygote. This results in the development of mutant traits only in those cells which are involved in the process. So, zygotic mutation may produce mosaic organisms with normal cells and mutant cells. So, in the case here, zygotic mutation may produce mosaic organisms with normal cells and mutant. Here, zygotic mutation can produce with normal cells and mutant to produce a mosaic organism. So, next one is chromosomal and gene mutation. Chromosomal mutations are abnormal structure and numerical changes of chromosome. In the case of chromosome mutation, if there is a change, if there is an abnormal structure and numerical changes of chromosome, it may lead to mutations. Chromosome mutation affect the entire chromosomes and a whole set of genes contained. In the case of chromosome mutation, entire chromosomes are of the gene contained is affected. So they are called as gross mutation. Next one is mutations of autosomes are called autosomal mutations, and those of the sex chromosomes are called allosomal, sex-linked or sex chromosomal mutation. But so autosomal mutation means mutations of autosomes are called autosomal mutation, and those of sex chromosomes are called allosomal, sex-linked or sex chromosomal mutation. Gene mutation. Gene mutations are the abnormal alteration in the chemical makeup and molecular organization of gene. This means that if the gene there is an abnormal alteration in the chemical makeup may lead to the gene mutation. So they affect only individual genes located in a small portion of chromosome. In here, in the individual genes are located in a small portion of chromosomes are affected, not the entire genes are affected. But in the case of chromosomes, entire chromosomes are affected. Hence, they are called as point mutations. Next one is micro and macro mutation. Based on the magnitude of phenotypic event, mutations are classified into micro mutation and macro mutation. Here, based on the magnitude of phenotypic event, mutations are classified into two types. These are micro mutation and macro mutation. Micro mutation, from the name itself, we can say that these are the small phenotypic effect. They produce small phenotypic effect. Then they are polygenic in nature. Polygenic in nature means the phenotype is influenced by more than one gene. Why? They cannot be identified on the individual plant basis. In the case of macromutation, these are produced by large phenotypic effect. These are oligogenic in nature. Oligogenic nature means the trait that influenced by few genes. They are easily identified on individual plant basis. So these are the difference of micro and macro in mutation. Micro means they produce by small phenotypic effect, then they are polygenic in nature and cannot be identified on individual plant basis. While in macro mutation, they produce a large phenotypic effect, they are oligogenic in nature and easily identified on individual plant basis. Biochemical mutation. These are the mutations which curtail the production of enzyme and thereby disrupt the normal metabolism. Curtail means impose a restriction. So here the mutation will impose a restriction that production of enzyme and thereby disrupt normal metabolism. So here there will be a restriction to produce the production of enzyme and thereby disrupt normal metabolism. This in turn causes inborn metabolism. So this biochemical mutation may lead to form an inborn causes and inborn metabolic errors. So inborn human disorders such as phenylketonuria, alkaptonuria, albino, etc. goes. So this may lead to the inborn human disorders. These are some of the examples like alkaptonuria, albinism. These are some of the photos of these human disorders. Next one is lethal mutation. These are the harmful mutation which can block the normal development and vital functions of the cells or organisms and cause their death before maturity. These are harmful mutation. This can block the normal development and vital function of cells or organism and cause their death before maturity. Here, sickle cell anemia is a human disease caused by lethal gene mutation. Sickle cell anemia means these are the disease in which here the RBCs are round in shape. Normal red blood cells are round in shape. We can see from this picture. While in the case of sickle cell anemia, the RBC may lead to a sickle cell shape. This lead to form a sickle cell anemia human disease. Based on this, mutant lethal genes are of three types: recessive lethal gene, dominant lethal gene, conditional lethal gene. Recessive lethal gene that they express the lethal effect only in their homozygous condition. These are sickle cell anemia. Homozygous means organs has two copies of the same allele for gene. While in the case of dominant lethal gene, this manifests in both the homozygous and heterozygous. In the case of homozygous and also in heterozygous. Heterozygous, we know that the organism which has two different allele is called as heterozygous, and homozygous which has same number of allele. So in the case of dominant lethal gene, they will be having both homozygous and heterozygous condition. The example is epiloia. Epiloia gene in human beings which can cause abnormal skin growth, severe mental defect and multiple tumors leading to premature death. These are the example of dominant lethal gene. Conditional lethal gene requires some specific condition for the expressing their lethal effect. Here, they need a specific condition for expressing their lethal effect. Under other condition, they allow the normal development and the survival of carrier. So, on the basis of that condition, they allow the normal development and the survival of the carrier. Mostly they are detected in Drosophila, then Neurospora, barley, maize. They can be seen in Drosophila, Neurospora, barley, maize, etc. Next one is, and the final one is xylem mutation and neutral mutation. Xylem mutation. Xylem mutations are the gene mutation which do not produce any abnormal alteration in the gene product and the phenotype. Xylem mutation means they does not produce any abnormal alteration in the gene product and the phenotype. They occur in the third base of codon. The xylem mutation can be seen in the third base of codon. They tend to accumulate the DNA of organism. Then they are known as polymorphism. So they can tend to accumulate DNA of organism. So they are called as polymorphism. Next one is neutral mutation. Neutral mutation are the mutation which do not bring out any selective advantages or disadvantages organism. Here, neutral means they will not bring any selective advantages or disadvantages to organism. These are neutral mutation. So I'm concluding my presentation. Thank you.